Today, a good one in store. It's the Baltimore Ravens and the Green Bay Packers. Mike Tirico along with my partner Greg Olson. That's the kicker, Tyler Loop, set to get this started. And we're underway at legendary Lambeau Field. And this will work out quite well. He'll get it all the way out to the 30-yard line. In motion, Reed. Now the first carry of the game for Josh Jacobs. He'll push forward for about a yard. Roquan Smith there to bring him down.
1 yard gain brings up 2nd and 9 at the 32-yard line.
From the 32-yard line now, here's 2nd down and 9. Once again, it's Jacobs. And nothing doing there. Only back to the line of scrimmage. It'll be an early 3rd down coming up.
1 yard pickup brings up 3rd and 8.
Out of the shotgun, it's Love. He'll let this one rip, looking for Watson. That is incomplete. Great work to get in there, make things difficult defensively, and it sets up 4th down.
Remember what they told us, Mike, leading up to this game. They said it is so critical for us to find success, especially on 3rd down. We want to maintain possession, extend these drives. Well, the first crack comes up and they fail through the air, and we'll have to regroup and be able to have better success throughout the remainder of this game.
And good coverage by the punt team. They stop him before he can get any return cranked up.
At their own 26-yard line.
Lamar going to work from the pistol. That one pinballs around, but it is incomplete.
Timing and trust, critical elements of this quick passing game. If your target and the quarterback are not on the same page, it winds up being an incompletion and a wasted down.
They'll try again here, 2nd and 10. Now the first carry for King Henry. He's fighting to get back to the line of scrimmage, but can't get there. Dropped for the loss of a yard.
Looked like that might have been a RPO, a run-pass option. The quarterback has the ability to put the ball in the belly of the running back or pull it on the pass. Looked like he might have been better off pulling that one because he handed it off, and there was nowhere for that running back to go.
This one down the field, but it lined up incomplete. Zay Flowers, the intended receiver, and it's going to bring up 4th down.
I think he predetermined that 3rd down throw, and even though the coverage was tight, he still tried to fit the ball in there anyway, and it ended up falling incomplete. I think if he goes through his progressions and has a little bit more trust in his protection, I think there's an easier throw to make out there.
And that's a nice job of getting to him, making sure that return was not going anywhere. The Packers offense ready now for their 2nd drive. They'll search for the first points of this game as they begin the drive on 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Here's Love. The open man is Reed. He's got it. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45. It's a gain of 10. That's enough for a quick 1st down.
And that's a nice grab for his first catch of the game, Mike. And he's someone that the play caller has told us he wants to get him early touches, get him a feel for the game. Nice job there making that happen.
Love to throw it on 1st down. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete. Trying to connect with Romeo Doubs that time. And that will lead to a 2nd down.
He decides to go with this safe throw and throws it well short of the sticks. And at this level, Mike, you just can't miss layups like that.
Love quickly out to Watson. And he'll get about 3 here. second down before he's out of bounds.
You can see the eyes of the quarterback. He's trying to push this ball initially downfield, but with the defense doing a good job keeping a lid on the coverage, he's forced to check this ball down to the shallow route. But this is something that they know in the future. If I need a couple yards, they can come back to this play.
It's a gain of 10 yards. Good for a Green Bay first down.
They've done a nice job spreading the ball around. Make the defense have to account for as many different weapons as possible here early. Think back to our conversation with this coaching staff, Mike. They identified this guy as someone they needed to get involved early and often, so that might be his first target. I don't think it's going to be his last.
There's a short one caught by Kraft. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down.
All right, so anytime you're facing the blitz, the best thing you can do as an offense is just get the ball out of your hand. Get into the hands of receiver, run after catch. In this case, nice job by the defense, rallying to the ball. Modest gain.
They'll run it straight ahead with Jacobs. With good blocking leading the way, he's got the first down inside the 25.
I think this second down call, Mike, they were hoping that at worst they had themselves set up for a third down and short. But there's no need for third down. He was able to get enough on second, and they get a fresh set of downs.
Here's first and 10. Here's Love. He'll keep this himself. And he won't quite get to the end zone, but they're going to be set up at the 2-yard line. That is a gain of 22, and it sets up first down and goal.
It's pretty clear why this offense likes to get the ball into the hands of this quarterback, huh, Mike? I mean, he is just so effective in this area, and now he has them set up first and goal.
Jacobs will score. Touchdown, Packers.
But you think back to their first possession of this game, Mike, it resulted in a punt. Not exactly the fast start the coaches told us was so important as this game unfolds. They get the ball back for possession 2. Now they try to find some rhythm, find their identity of the game plan, and they come away with 6. So that's how you bounce back in this league. It's not always going to be perfect. Really nice job settling into this game here with their second possession.
Seven 7-0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. This fielded at the 2. And he'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. The Ravens offense ready for their second possession. They were forced to punt the first time through. It led to a touchdown, so down 7-0 as they get the ball back for first and 10. From the 25, they'll go to work. First and 10. Bateman is the motion man. On first down, they'll start the drive with Henry. Can he get away? No! He's going to be taken down behind the line.
I can promise you that is not how they wanted to start this drive, Mike. I mean, to get blown up at the point of attack, there was just nowhere for the back to go on that run.
So after the loss on first, here's second and 14. From the gun, Jackson. He's got his tight end, Mark Andrews. And they'll get about 8 out of that one, but still a little work to do now on third down. Here's Lamar. He'll keep it on the zone read. And he's going to be taken down on the other side of the 50-yard line. So a big third down hookup takes us to the break. It's the Packers on top. And we're back. Lambeau Field in just a moment. Raven football, quarter number 2 begins as they've got it with first and 10. In the shotgun, here's Jackson. That's caught. Derrick Henry. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. 19 more on that one, and another first down.
Let's give some credit to this offensive line. Once they identified the blitz, you could see them communicating with one another to make sure everybody is on the same page, and that's what gave the quarterback enough time and found the open man.
And he's able to push his way forward, a gain of about 2. It'll be second down.
Nice job by the running back making the first guy miss, but it's the pursuit by the entire defense. Even though he doesn't get him down on his first try, the rest of his guys are all rallying to the ball, and they bring him down for a short gain.
Jackson now on second down, and he'll take it on in. Rashad Bateman, touchdown Ravens.
You know, Mike, at this level, not all touchdowns are created equal. There's some plays that result in touchdowns, and then there are touchdown strikes, and this one is the latter. I mean, you talk about a confidently thrown ball on the money downfield. It doesn't get a lot better than this, and his receiver is able to take it in for 6.
We're on top, 7 apiece, and the kick's away. This one deep in the landing zone. He'll return it from the 2. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The Packers offense ready to take over once again. They'll work in a tie game here in the second quarter and get started with 1st and 10. In motion, Reed. On play action, Love. Pass caught right side by Kraft. And he'll get about 8 on that one. Most of it coming after the catch. It's second down.
This is a great example of why teams want to stay out of what they call passing downs, where a defense doesn't have to honor the run. In this case, they do. And man, the play action pass just works off of that and can really lead to some chunk plays.
Now, Jacobs. And he'll get about 4 out of that one. That should be enough to move the chains. It is first down.
Well, here's where you really see the value of having a good run. 3rd and short, 4th and short. The ability to just keep it simple, win up front, turn around, hand the ball to your back, and to say, okay, more likely than not, we're going to get a fresh set of downs, maintain possession, and now continue to find opportunities to go generate points.
There's Kraft, the tight end. And they'll have it across midfield, down at the opposing 46-yard line. That's the second time they connect on this drive. This one good for 13 yards.
Pre-snap, the quarterback loved that man matchup on his tight end, and a crossing route is a great man coverage beater. He's able to run away from the coverage, run to the far side of the field to a bunch of open grass. Ball's on target. Nice pickup.
19 more on that one, and another first down.
These crossing concepts are frequently used, Mike, throughout the entire game, all across the league. And what it does is it creates a lot of natural rubs. You run out the backside of the defense and rely heavily on the yards after the catch, and that's exactly how they're able to pick up this big game.
And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it.
Well, on the back of the previous play, Mike, we saw him have some success through the air. They tried to change it up with a draw, but the defense wasn't having any of it, didn't sell out for the pass. They're able to stop that one for a loss.
It's the tight end Kraft in motion. On second down, Love. And he gets him 6 yards closer before going out of bounds. It's third down coming up.
Makes it 3rd and 4.
From the gun, it's Love. He's got a man. It's Dobbs. And he will have the first down. The drive will continue after a pickup of 8.
The most impressive thing about this drive, Mike, has really just been their efficiency. They've just continued to pick up first downs, fresh sets of downs. We just saw there with that third down conversion, continue to possess the ball. These opportunities to come away with points continue to go up.
Marlon Humphrey is there, and he picks it up. On 1st and 10, Jackson. He'll get it into the hands of Zay Flowers. And they'll bring him down, but not until he gets to the 38-yard line. Now the Ravens use their first timeout. And they'll have a chance to talk things over after picking up that first down.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Jackson looking to throw. That one caught for Dante Wester.
A bit of a quick hitter here, and what you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot. But they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short gain.
Here's 2nd and 6. Jackson now. Oh, they're on him in a flash, and he lost the football. And the Packers have recovered the football.
Recovered by the Packers.
Love to throw on 1st and 10. To the left side in the hands of Watson. And they will get the first down here and move it to field goal range inside the 25.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 24-yard line.
Now Love. Here's a screen taken in by Jacob. He's going to be marked down at the 12-yard line. That's a timeout for Green Bay. It'll be their second. As they'll stop it just a little bit over 30 seconds to go in this first half.
At the 12-yard line.
Down at the 12. It's 1st and 10. Love. This is taken in by Dobbs. Packers are going to have 1st and goal, try to finish off this drive with a touchdown.
That's another Packers first down. 1st and goal at the 1-yard line.
Here's Lowe to throw. And that's over everybody. Out of the back of the end zone. It is incomplete.
So as halftime looms, Mike, they have to find a way to capitalize on this drive right here and make sure they end the half with some sort of points. Now, that incompletion, not ideal, but at the very least, it stops the clock. Catch your breath, get back in the huddle, and this next play, it's got to be a gotta-have-it best play call.
They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
All right, so the ball falls incomplete, but I think what it does now, Mike, is it allows you to stop the clock, get in the huddle, take a deep breath, and now your play caller has to give you the best play. Go get points here before the half and try to build something going into halftime.
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Love. It is brought in the end zone. Romeo Dobbs. Touchdown, Packers.
And this is where the threat of run just opens up everything else in your offense, especially when you have a premier back lined up behind center. And this is one of those cases where the defense is so worried about how do we stop this ground game. They don't have enough guys to account for everyone in the passing game, and results in an easy touchdown.
Ravens
leave much time on the clock to put together a drive here at the end of the first half. And the kickoff's coming their way. And no return here. This is a touchback. The Ravens offense going to get it one last time here late in the opening half. They trail now 14-7 as they'll come up for 1st and 10. In motion comes Andrews. A first down throw for Jackson. There's a short one caught by Andrews. Now a timeout here by Baltimore. That's going to be their second as they stop it with 13 seconds to play in this opening half.
At the 44-yard line.
Now it's 2nd and 1. Now, Jackson. That one caught by Wester. And he'll be taken down after a gain of 3, but that is good enough for a first down. Now a signal, a timeout call. 9 seconds left to play in this first half.
And the Ravens first down.
A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. Now it's Jackson. That's going to wind up incomplete. Not much time remaining. Time for one more snap here in this first half.
You can't fault the quarterback on this one, Mike. He really didn't even have much of an opportunity. By the time he hit the top of his drop and got his eyes downfield, the defense was all over him, and he really had no choice but to just get that ball out of his hand and live to play another snap.
Jackson up top again. He's going to put it up, take a shot for Hopkins. That's going to be incomplete. They took a shot on the final play. Prayer not answered. And that is how this first half will come to an end. Pretty interesting first half. We'll see if any strategy changes for the next 30 minutes or more as this second half gets underway. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Ravens offense ready to get going again. They'll have it first in this third quarter. They trail here by a touchdown as this drive will start with a first down. They'll start out on the ground with Henry. And he'll get about 5 past the 30-yard line.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 32-yard line.
They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. They're going to go right back to Henry. And he'll move this ahead for about 4 yards. Javon Bullard there on the tackle.
And while that run wasn't anything really to write home about, what it allows them to do, Mike, is keep everything in the playbook at their disposal. 3rd and short, now it's up to these coaches to dial up their best short yardage play and extend this drive.
They'll go with the sneak. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one.
When done correctly, Mike, this is just such a high percentage call. It's kind of hard to choose another play off your call sheet. It's impossible to defend. You can know it's coming, stack the box, whatever you want to do. But most of the time, they'll just drive forward and pick up the first down.
In motion goes Likely. Out of the gun, here's a give to Henry. He'll manage to get 2, maybe 3 on that carry. Evan Williams is there for the stop.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the 41-yard line.
From the 41, here's 2nd down and 6. They'll go again here with Henry. And he's down on the other side of midfield. Mark him at the 48-yard line. A gain there of 11. First down, Baltimore.
For that play to work, Mike, you have to distort the defensive line at the point of attack. And what that means is the offensive lineman, you need one of them to win their block. Move the defender out of his gap. Because when you do, you can see there is a nice run lane for the back to hit.
And he'll get about 6 out of that run before being forced out of bounds.
A 6-yard pickup brings up second and 4.
From the 42-yard line, here's second and 4. On the ground, this is Justice Hill. And he'll push his way ahead for a gain of 2. Wayne Walker, the linebacker, on the tackle.
And after that short run, puts them a little bit closer to the first down marker. And they're going to need to create more running room on the ground if they plan on extending this drive.
They'll try and run for this with Henry. Oh, the defense beats him in the backfield. They stopped him dead in his tracks and set up fourth down.
So it's a pretty manageable third down, so they really have the option to run or pass, so they decide to keep the ball on the ground, which I don't mind as long as you've made the decision already that you're willing to use fourth down to pick up the rest of the yards. If not, I think that's a big mistake. And I can tell you firsthand, Mike, when you find yourself trailing in a game, you don't feel very good about coming away with field goals. But in this case, it does get them a little bit closer and cut into this deficit.
Back to it now after that made field goal. Here's Luke to kick this one away. This taken just shy of the goal line. He'll get across the 20, mark him down at the 23-yard line. Packers offense trotting back out for their first involvement of this second half. The lead sits at 4, so they'll try to add on to that. This drive begins with 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Jacobs to start the drive. He'll try to get back to the line, but it's not happening. Gonna lose a yard.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on first down, but that's exactly the case here.
Last play went the wrong way. It sets up 2nd and long. It's 2nd down and 12. Out of the shotgun, it's Love. Catch made there by Watson. And he'll be very close to a first down. Won't quite have enough, but now a much more advantageous spot.
If you're going to give him this much time to scan the field, he's inevitably going to find an open man downfield like he does here. That's a great job remaining patient and letting that play develop.
They'll run the sneak, and he will have a Packers first down. At least it appears that way. Didn't get it by much, but yes, they do get the conversion on 3rd and 1.
I don't want to take anything away from the quarterback here, Mike. He did a nice job picking up that first down, but this play is won or lost by the big guys up front. They're the ones who need to get off the snap on time, get leverage on the defender, and create the space needed for the quarterback to pick up the first down.
He'll manage only a couple. Travis Jones there to bring him down.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Ball on the 36 now. Here's 2nd down and 7. Off the play fake. Here's Love. And that is incomplete. They couldn't hook up there as time has expired. The 3rd quarter has come to an end. 3rd and 7. Here's Love. That's complete to Watson. And the defense can't come up with a stop there. Gain of 7 and a first down.
And at this stage of the game, every first down gets them one step closer to being able to finish this one out. This defense has to find a way to get off the field. They have to get the ball back to their offense to give them a chance.
On the ground, it's Jacobs. This defense all over this one. They get him down behind the line. It's a loss of a couple.
At this stage in the fourth quarter, great job by the defense, understanding exactly what the offense is trying to do. They're trying to bleed the clock, shorten the game. They completely sold out to stop the run, able to take them down for a loss.
A second down throw for Love. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up 3rd down.
Defensive coordinators preach all the time, play pass defense with vision. It's exactly the case here. They're able to rally to the ball, keep that to a short gain.
Converted twice on 3rd down already on this drive. Now can they do it for a 3rd time? He's got a man. That's Watson. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35. That's catch 3 just on this drive. And it gets his team a first down.
So this is a part of the game that everybody works on, Mike. They call it 4-minute offense. And you don't necessarily have to have 4 minutes on the clock. But the whole idea is we possess the ball late in the fourth quarter with the lead. The goal is we want to end the game with the ball. So that 3rd down conversion is going to go a long way. Protect the ball, continue to pick up first downs. If they do that, I don't even think their opponent sees the ball again. Big-time completion right there, and this isn't just a spot where they're trying to run the game out here in the fourth quarter. They were not only trying to pick up points, but they're trying to get in the end zone and extend this lead. So, really nice job here late. Let's see if they can put this one out of reach.
And nothing developed there. He'll get back to the 5, and that's all.
Leads to 2nd and
Well, this play, Mike, was clearly about the job of this defensive line. Great job holding their ground, forcing these blockers to be stood up. Nowhere to go for this running back, and they hold him to no gain.
Throwing on 2nd down, Love. That is caught by the tight end. Tucker Kraft. Touchdown, Green Bay. Everything you want to do right there, Greg, in the fourth quarter. Get the ball with the lead and extend it to a 2-score advantage.
Yeah, and I think this just might end up being too much to overcome. You said it. Once you get a 2-score lead this late in the fourth quarter, there's just not enough possessions to be had to claw yourself back in it.
makes the score Packers 21, Ravens 10.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. On the return, it's Keaton Mitchell. He'll get this up past the 20, and that's where they'll set up shop. So here's the Baltimore offense getting set for their next drive. They'll do so with 1st and 10. The shotgun, here's Jackson. Next to the right side, he's got Andrews. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down.
So the hope is when you call these underneath drag routes, you're trying to have your tight end come out the backside of the defense in space. So when you put the ball on him early, it leads to big yards after the catch. In this case, they don't get the real big play they were hoping for, but they'll definitely take it.
On the ground, here's Henry. And he is not going to get away. Might have gotten a yard, but it will set up 3rd down.
It's a gain of a yard, and it's 3rd down.
going to be taken down, and that will take us to the 2-minute warning.
Really nice play call there that time. I think early on, the quarterback realized pretty quickly, Mike, this is a light box. We got to take advantage of it. They get the right run call dialed up, and they're able to move the chains.
They've got all 3 timeouts left, but need to score quick. It's 1st and 10. They'll drop to throw. A throw, left side, caught by Andrews. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. Now the Ravens use their first timeout. We'll get it with just under 90 seconds remaining. This is 1st and 10. From the gun, Jackson. He'll look underneath for Henry. And he'll get about 8 on that one. Most of it coming after the catch. It's 2nd down.
Well, this is a great example of the old saying, Mike. You never go broke taking a profit. Give credit to this quarterback. I know it's not the big explosive play he was looking for, but getting the ball into the hands of his running back, allow him to pick up some extra yardage after the catch.
He's got it at about the 8, and they are in great shape. He's taken down inside the 10. Now a timeout here by Baltimore. That's going to be their 2nd, as they get it with just under a minute to go in this football game. Here is 1st and goal. Henry. And this is going to be a touchdown. Hold everything. They are not done yet.
Well, that was step 1. The offense did their job, get this thing back within 1 possession, so they're still alive. But now they've got to find a way to get a little bit of luck and find a way to get the ball back, and it's not going to be easy.
The Ravens will line up for the 2-point conversion.
Here's Jackson. That's caught. So they get the 2-point conversion. And all of a sudden, that 11-point deficit down to just a field goal here in the 4th. With 1 timeout remaining, all they can really do here is try to recover an onside kick. Crazy.
Onside kick.
Late in the game, this is where you see teams really start taking some chances. And boy, this was a big one, but it's not going to work out.
Out comes the Green Bay offense now as they get set to take over again. And this one really all over but the shouting. 1 timeout left defensively, but there's no need to use it here. Victory very much in sight now as they'll take a knee. So it's a win for the Packers. They were the aggressors from the start, able to dictate the pace of play. In the end, they come away with the victory. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olsen and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. The Packers are winners as we say so long from legendary Lambeau Field.